So I want to share my thoughts on whether or not I think 2017 alts are dead compared to newer alts. Now I've already made a video about, whether I think altcoins are dead or not. The case there is I don't think altcoins are dead. I think the cycle is repeating. Bitcoin pumps after Bitcoin is done. It consolidates, it corrects. Altcoins have their alt season and they have a chance to catch up. I think this might possibly start as soon as December or January. Hopefully we'll have that other alt season and it will catch up. So I don't think alts in general are dead. Now, of course, I can't give you financial advice. I don't know what the future will bring. Unfortunately, I don't have a crystal ball. Okay, I can't tell you what the next lend is going to be. But I can tell you that this is my opinion based on, all this time that I'm spending here reading and researching and learning in the past few years where I've pretty much been full-time into crypto. So there's people saying, alts from 2017 are dead. It's stupid to continue bag holding them. If you're still bag holding them, you've wasted your money and it's going to disappear. And that's kind of one narrative I'm seeing being thrown around, and that's what I wanted to address because I don't agree. Okay? And the reason why I don't agree is because if that was true and the whole altcoin ecosystem, right? Every single altcoin out there, if it was purely based around hype and new coins and new projects and ideas being thrown out there, if that was the only way that altcoins pump, well then basically the whole cryptocurrency market, except for Bitcoin, just pretty much doesn't exist, and it's just a constant churn of new projects and new ideas, and that's the only way that it succeeds. And I don't believe that. I think that there is real value in a project actually continuing to build, continuing to grow, and actually, creating something of value, working towards big adoption and mainstream adoption. That's ultimately what it's going to come down to, because, that is how real life businesses work, okay? It's not about a project, an idea. Imagine if the whole business world worked like that. It's like someone's like, hey, I got an idea to start a fast food company. It's an amazing idea, and we're gonna have all these things. Here's the roadmap, and here's the entire menu we're gonna release. And then they raise money and they never do anything with it, and the idea just that's it. And it's just this continuous cycle of, hey, I got this amazing idea for a restaurant, got an amazing idea for a bank, I got an amazing idea for property development, and it never goes anywhere. No, that would be stupid, right? If you compare that to a real business, it makes absolutely no sense. The way that a real business is successful is it's based on obviously a lot of factors, but infrastructure, product, actual real world adoption, and growth over time, track record, all that kind of stuff plays a substantial role to the success of businesses, right? So I think that very much applies to cryptocurrencies too. We saw it in 2017. There were a gazillion pie in the sky vaporware ideas that just came out and like, hey, I've got the most amazing project, write a white paper, raise a whole bunch of money, and a lot of them will result in nothing. So I'm not saying all 2017 alts are going to succeed. That is not the case at all. But I don't agree with the fact that people say that no alts from 2017 are going to succeed again. And just to show you that example, the perfect example from this was Lend. Okay, it's since rebranded to AVE, so that's why I'm showing you the chart here and not on TradingView, because they've changed over to the AVE token. But this was Lend, okay? And when I first heard about them in 2017, I was just instantly really, really bullish on them because they were the first project of its kind that I found with actual working product, with where you could collateralize Ethereum, you could take out loans, and everything worked. And it was very basic. It was a very beta version of what they were doing, but I saw the potential in that. I had an interview with the founder, with Stanny, and I saw the team, I saw what they were doing, and I really believed in that project. And we had a big pump in 2017, obviously with the whole bull market. It went to about 44 cents. Can't really see here, maybe if I zoom in, but it went to about 44 cents. And then it dropped back down again with the whole market. It dropped huge, like 99% or something like that. And it went to like 0.03. You can see over here, 0.03, right? So that's a third of a penny. That's what the price went down to. And we saw that earlier this year, it went up to 90 cents, okay? So this project is pretty much proof for me that something like a solid project with a working product that is taking care of their funds, that it still has ample funds for their development, that has a good leader, that has a good team, that continues to innovate, has potential to significantly recover, reach their all-time highs, and maybe even double or triple their all-time highs. We've seen Lend here pretty much doubled the all-time high this year. Now, of course, that was in the DeFi space, and DeFi is a hot topic. There's a whole lot of different projects now doing things with collateralization and DeFi and all that kind of stuff. But Lend was one of the pioneers, and I believe there are other projects from 2017 that continue to build. Right? They've been around, they've learned, they've used that time to build their products, and just to get further ahead. And I ultimately believe that, with a working product like that and progress like that, there is real potential for some projects from 2017 to not only reach their all-time high, like I said, but to really double, triple, or maybe even exceed that in the coming years. So look, one thing that is true about 2017 alts is that there are bag holders, right? There's people who bought those 2017 alts near the top or the peak, and they're still holding those bags, and they're down maybe 95, 90%, 80%, whatever it is, right? And as those coins continue to rise, there will be more selling pressure and more resistance, because some of those bag holders, as they get closer to profits, or maybe they get into profits, they're going to want to sell or reduce their position because they're so glad that the price finally got to break even or a much smaller loss after 2 or 3 years of being underwater, that obviously there is that sell pressure. But I think ultimately, you can make the same claim for Lend, right? It went down to a third of a penny. You think there weren't a lot of bag holders for Lend, right? But ultimately it still made this massive move. So I think that isn't too much of an argument. Bag holders and selling pressure, yes, sure, it will be there, but ultimately I don't think that is the main thing that's going to stop a really good alt from moving higher during the next bull market. So what I will say is, yes, 100%, not all of these 2017 alts will go back to their all-time highs, or maybe even not a fraction of it during a bull market. That's not guaranteed at all, especially if the project is not a good project. But I do think if the project is good, and like I've said, they have a working product, they've been increasing, working on ways to increase adoption, they still have their team, they still have funding, they're being transparent, they've grown their user base. I think there's a good potential for those kind of alts to continue higher. So if you are still holding coins from 2017 and you're holding those altcoins, hopefully this gives you a little bit of comfort and peace of mind, as long as you've done the research on the coins that you're holding, as long as the team is still there, they're still working on the product, they've made improvements, they've made progress, they have enough funding, and you believe in that project. I think there's going to be a good chance that solid projects will come back to their all-time highs, 2017 alts, and maybe even beyond during the next bull market. So what do you think? Leave a comment down below, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to watch another video, just click over here.